South Africa and Germany are looking to strengthen ties. President Cyril Ramaphosa will today host German Chancellor Angela Merkel at the Union Buildings. The two leaders will also co-chair the SA-Germany Business Roundtable. South Africa and Germany already enjoy 72 bilateral agreements, with SA being Germany's largest trading partner in Africa. To speak more on this, ENCA's political editor, VUYO MVOKO, joins me. VUYO, so a very good time for these two to meet, considering we've seen Brexit done and dusted.
Indeed, Jane, many people will recall that both South Africa and Germany serve in the all-powerful UN Security Council, of course, South Africa not being a member. But there's also, changes globally to the political landscape. We're seeing the rise of right-wing nationalism, something, in fact, the Germany's ambassador to South Africa touched on when we spoke to him yesterday about what to expect from today's engagement. Let's take a listen to what he had to say about the need for South Africa and Germany to really come together and try and forge a common path in the current, with regard to how things stand in world politics at the moment.
We have, I think, two very, very important issues on the agenda. First would be world affairs. South Africa and Germany are middle powers, but we have our say in world affairs, and I think we have both a very keen interest to hold the middle ground against this wave of nationalism, against this wave of populism that has swept the world. The one country first kind of strategies, I think, are completely wrong. And I think South Africa and Germany can join in their forces in defending the rules-based, international, peaceful world order that has served us so well as Germans, as South Africans, and to the entire world.
So, VUYO, clearly a lot to talk about, but what are they both trying to get out of this, specifically when it comes to trade?
Well, South Africa is Germany's most important trading partner on the continent. The Germans keep telling us, but of course, at the moment, trade very much skewed in Germany's favor. They want to, of course, change all of that because the world really is about equality. So we will see a little later on when both heads of government chair that binational commission as to whether indeed there is progress in that regard, in other words, towards ensuring that they achieve the parity that is needed to make sure that no one becomes a junior partner to the other. But of course, that issue that the German ambassador to South Africa touched on of relations is important for South Africa in particular, because there is a renewed sense, a renewed appetite, if you like, for South Africa to reclaim its position in world politics. We are this year going to take over as the chairperson of the African Union, a very important position for South Africa to hold if it really wants to make a foray into world politics. And of course, with regard to trade, because our economy is not in a particularly good state at the moment, record high unemployment levels. Interestingly, from that conversation that Kaelihle Khumalo had with the German ambassador yesterday, he said something like 90% of the business people who are here as part of the German delegation are in fact in the energy space. So that's something to watch, whether in fact those people have what it takes to take us out of the quagmire that Eskom has put us in.
All right, VUYO, let's leave it there. Obviously, they'll have to be tackling the issue of corruption, putting our best face forward there.